Okay, now, today we're going to look at a very basic defense against the knife where you're looking at the opponent attacking and you have to think about where he wants to cut, really. You have to form your defense around the offense, around the intention behind the offense. Where does he want to try to cut me? He might try to cut my neck. He might just aim for my face. He might aim for my chest and stomach area, okay? What that means is that as he does this, it's very difficult to use my left hand to get to this arm without it going through the knife and getting cut. So against a right hand, a forehand slash, whether it's wide, somewhat wide, not too wide, or whether it's tight. You know, tight slashes like that are also a challenge. You're gonna have to use your right hand to get a piece of that arm. And by saying a piece of it, I mean getting some contact with his arm without being cut by the knife. Because of the angle, because of where the arm originates at the body, which is at the right shoulder. Notice where this arm starts and this arm starts, the angle toward his arm differs, and my likelihood of getting cut also differs. So as he's slashing at me, I'm stepping away from the incoming slash as best I can. In full time, there's not going to be much time to move, but you can turn and shift your weight, and then bring this arm in. It'll be palm up. Now there's an ongoing argument about whether palm up, palm out. It depends on what you're going to do as a follow-up. We'll stay palm up for now, and I'm parrying it through. We're creating a space here that I'm going to try not to allow his knife, do the forehand again. I'm going to not allow his knife to enter into this close space near my belly, so that as I do that, I hollow out and pass it through. So go ahead and slash. It's going to be like that, okay? And I move. I'm always on the move. He cuts again. Maybe a backhand. This time now, since it's coming from this side, again, this arm doesn't give me the optimal angle to get to his arm without being cut, or without my side being cut. I have to disengage this side, turn this side in, and bring it through, and come right back to palms in, elbows in, ready to parry, ready to move again. Okay, so mobility is another key here. If you train it just to stand here and say, okay, I parry, well, what am I doing? I'm standing still. I cannot do that. He's moving on me, and he's got the knife. Even if I have a knife but don't have it out yet, I'm gonna need to move and get a moment to draw. So as it stands, I cannot just stand here and have him attack and keep doing parries and be like this. This is way too cavalier. What I've got to do instead is, as he attacks, I move. See how one foot moves and that foot moves? Both feet move. He attacks. He's coming up on me. Yeah. And then eventually, sometimes you've got enough commitment that as you parry this through, you can get a piece of the elbow. If you can get a hold on the elbow and hang your hand on that ledge a little bit, then you can actually get control of his wrist. Trying to get it from out here means he just pulls his arm free and goes to cut you again. Okay, and as he goes to cut you again, you got to go back to moving and parrying. So what we're looking at here is not only the importance of the angle of the arm, not only facing the bony side of your arm, what is called the bone shield, out, but it's also movement, okay? It's hollowing out. If he's aiming for your midsection, if he's aiming high, here again, you gotta move that part of him, the part of you that he's aiming for. You have to think about where he's aiming in that moment he's doing it and be ready to move that. Okay, so from here again, against anything coming from this side, if he were left-handed, he's doing a backhand. Again, it's gonna be my right hand I use, at least as a first choice, to parry that. If he's right-handed again, he's doing a backhand. Here again, trying to deal with this one. You sometimes can get this, but he's gonna cut you. So from here, you're in much better shape. Stepping, turning. Now in real time, there's not much time, as I mentioned earlier, not much time to step and turn, but you do the best you can.